Good afternoon. So I'm Francis Meston. I'm a Group Executive Vice President of Atos Group. And within Atos, I'm CEO of a very large geographic business unit, which is Middle East, Africa, and Turkey. And with a special focus on the Middle East, where in particular we are very much involved with all GCC countries.
Fantastic. So Atos is a very large organization, as we know it. But describe to us about the product portfolio. What are the products and solution services you bring to this region?
Okay. So Atos is a IT technology company, and Atos is kind of unique because we cover the whole value chain of IT. Okay, it goes from, of course, infrastructure management, infrastructure design for data center consolidation, but we go now to private cloud and setting up hybrid cloud for our customer. Then we have a large part of our business in application and consulting. So it goes from application process and application design to deployment of application and managed services for application. We have also, and we are unique in terms of service firm, we have a portfolio, and you mentioned it, of technology, equipment, high-end equipment, like HPC, high power computer. The computer, high performance computer, which are able to handle billions of operations per second. There are very few manufacturers of this computer, we are part of it. And it's critical for AI, it's artificial intelligence, it's critical for IoT, it's critical for business transformation. We are also very strong in security services, cyber security. For instance, for now 2 decades, we take care of the cyber security of the Olympic Games. And then we have also a large business of unified communications with our Unify brand.
So tell me, in terms of you mentioned HPC, right, high performance computing, and you are obviously going in for large scale projects, not smaller but large scale projects. So who is your target audience? Is it the government, public sector, certain types of organizations over here?
That's a very, very good question. And our target audience is either large companies or government who can benefit from digital transformation. Okay, so we are working for government because they need to go to e-government, they need to bring automation, they need to bring more digitalized, seamless service to citizens. But we do that a lot for telecommunication company. We work also a lot for banks, for utilities, because the whole relationship with customer is changing, and with automation you can reduce leakage, you can improve the productivity of your factory for producing water or producing electricity.
So this is also interesting. So one of the models a lot of organizations like yours are doing is retrofitting. So they take a 5-year contract and then they upgrade the infrastructure on a build, operate, transfer model. Means initial investment is yours, the payback is from the end user over a couple of years. This is one option. Another option is forklift. You remove what is old and bring what is new. Third one is the managed services. In the region, which model is the number 1, 2, and 3 that you are engaging with?
So that's really the model we used to engage with the first one, where we take over operation and we go through to manage service. But this model is changing here in the GCC, Middle East, but also in the world, due to digital transformation. Because digital transformation is a quicker response time. It's a quicker time to market. It's agility. And the type of contract, not very flexible, very structured for outsourcing of infrastructure or outsourcing of application don't work anymore in the world of digital, because digital is a new way of working. And we see a shift of our business from these old type of contracts to the new type of contracts, where it's more about design of application, deployment of application in a very, very agile, reactive mode. Okay, so it's a total a new way of working, which means that customers also expect us not only to bring technology knowledge, but also understanding of their business and how the technology is going to transform their business. Because every business, value chain, way to go to market is going just to be totally reshuffled with the digital transformation.
So I appreciate digital transformation is in demand and this is specific projects. But how are they paying you? Is it on a lease basis? So for example, you make the investment and they give back, or is it a pay as you go, or is it project?
So we're working. We adapt to customer needs. Huh? So we can have a kind of lease if we take over a data center, for instance, or an operation. Then we invest, and then there is a payback. Or it may be a fixed price application management, where we have a fees every month. Or it can be fixed price project, like for instance in telecommunication, deploying a new billing system. Then it's a fixed price turnkey project. But the message is the world is transformation. So there is a shift of our business from multi-year project to transformation project. Because the transformation, the name of the game for every business today is transformation.
So this is a very important point. Now I want to ask you that when you say transformation, are you involved in, even if it's a small project, you are involved with large organizations. Are you looking at organizational change, or it is a small part of the organization that you are taking up for transformation?
We are, you could think about it into a totally new field, green field, getting into a new way of doing business, but for any business, whether it's telecommunication, whether it's banking, whether it's government, whether it is utilities. Okay, so we are really involved in the full transformation of the value chain. Maybe one example in banking. Banking used to have agencies and some apps. And when you add apps, it's not a transformation. But the banks are going to totally change their business model, because now they get visit in their agencies, but they get phone calls anytime. You are at a traffic light, it's red, you call your bank, you send an SMS. They cannot face it anymore. So they need to totally change their business process, their CRM, so that they can get all the demand coming from the customer. It has to be automated through robot, and after it goes to chat, it goes to call center, it goes to some other place. And it totally changed their business model. Okay, so the relationship with the customers, the automation, and with that automation, banks will release 30, 40, 50% of their people in these areas, which means they have to train them, to redeploy them somewhere else. And this is in this type of, our customer need partners to support them, to bring the know-how.
Okay, so this is good that this is the project, but who are you engaging with to get the work? So in the past, it might have been the CIO and the procurement officer.
Okay.
Now when you're wanting to do this transformation, it may not be very large in terms of money, but it may be strategic. So how do you actually get this project? And I understand you have a lot of technology skill, right?
Okay.
But the model of engagement is becoming a challenge for you.
Okay, so actually, in the past, we used to engage with the CIO, and mainly the CIO, especially when we talked about the fixed price outsourcing type of project, which was about bringing a productivity improvement in the IT delivery. Today, actually, we are talking to three key persons, three key people, three key executives. Of course, the CIO, who is more important than ever. All organizations now have a Chief Digital Transformation Officer and the CEO or the business people. the business executive. Okay? The reason why is 10 years ago, IT was mainly support, HR, finance, billing. Now IT is a value chain of the company. When you digitalize a relationship with the customer, IT is the center of everywhere. And this is why we talk not only to the CIO, Chief Digital Officer, and also the CEO is involved.
Now, this is important. When the project is described to you, like for example, you mentioned the bank's omni-channel, so many types of channels. This is given to you as a business challenge, and who breaks it into IT, operation, process? Is it done internally, or you need to sit and change this scope of work into different models and then bid for each one of them financially? How does it work?
This is a really a strategic question for the customer and for the provider. Okay, at the end, we need to bring all of it, the 3 dimensions. I give you an example because it depends also on how the customer works. But if a customer decides to put in place a CRM, a digital shop, if we get the requirement and if we just implement the requirement, we are going to fail together. Because when you put in place a digital process for a customer, what is important is not the implementation of the application. What is important is the growth of your revenue. It is the customer experience. Okay, so which means that we need to be constantly discussing both with the IT and the business to make sure that what is implemented in the IT will bring the value that you want from the application, which is core to the business success. So we need to bring both technology knowledgeable people, but also business analysts.
So my question is therefore, you know this has to be done, right? How do you actually charge back? Now, when this project is given to you, you understand the complexity. Maybe the customer does not understand. How do you justify the cost in these 3 separate? IT implementation, change management, consulting, process re-engineering, so many aspects. How do you charge?
I don't charge. If there is a gap, I don't charge. Because if there is a critical project which is implemented, okay, and it's not implemented, taking the right decision for the business, 6 months along the road, the CEO or the business executive in charge will not get the business benefits. Everybody will lose. The business, the CIO, Atos. Okay, so I will bring the business analyst, which has a vision about it. It's not so much cost. We will bring the value, and then I can have the discussion on the cost.
So what you're saying, so I mean, you are qualifying the RFQ. I'm saying let's assume the scope of work is very clear, right? And the scope of work, as you have said, is three aspects. One is the IT part, which is project-based or outcome-based or whatever, or charge as pay as you go. The second aspect is the consulting, okay? Which means that if there is a process, it has to be changed. So the consulting, pure consulting. And the third is the re-engineering of the processes, means talking to the department heads. All that. I'm saying, how do you charge for these 3 separate
So
areas?
if either it's part of the RFQ, and then the consultant will be a fixed fees depending on number of days, and the business engineering guy also. But if I don't have it in the requirement, because the customer not clear, believe he doesn't need it or whatever, I will put it at my cost. Because I know that if I don't do it, it will be lose-lose. And I know that if I bring value, it will be win-win.
So you will ready to take a risk?
Yes.
In the confidence that you can do this project?
Yeah, the risk is here. I tell you, the risk is the opposite way.
I see.
If we don't bring it,
I understand.
6 months later, 1 year later, business benefits are not there, CEO unhappy, CIO unhappy, everybody lose, including Atos.
Fantastic. So we have covered this part. Now tell me about the technology solution. A project like this is quite complicated, right? It requires cloud, it requires the application, user experience. There are many technology and semi-technology aspects to this. How are you building that know-how? Because in the past you were essentially a large global system integrator. Now you have to move to process and customer tools and experience customer journey. Was this part of Atos before, or is this also being added on as your skills today?
Okay, you're also touching a strategic point. By the way, for us, but also for our customer, this new world, because we're talking about digital transformation here, this new world require new skills. Okay, and new skills by definition are rare. Okay, and the new skills can be understanding how the business is going to be changed by digital. New skills is understanding about cyber security, which is everywhere now, because then you open your IT to your partner, to your customer. Cyber security everywhere. New skills is about speed to market, so the DevOps and so on. Okay, so we have a huge challenge to build up this new skill from a business process understanding to new way of building application, new way of managing application, because more and more of the application go to the public cloud. This is what I believe is also read here in the GCC, with the public cloud provider opening nodes here in GCC.
So these skills you are acquiring as you go?
We are acquiring, we are training, we are certifying. For instance, Atos is the first partner of Google in terms of number of consultants trained on Google Cloud, Google artificial intelligence.
About the vendor partners which you have acquired, for example, Unify and all that, is that for internal skills? What is the strategic requirement over there?
Okay, so communication is a part of a digital transformation because it's about connecting people. Okay, so this is where we talk about the unified communication. Then it's a lot also about how to secure this network, and these are the core competencies that Unify brought to us. Because we have a view that in that new age, you cannot be just a system integrator. You need to understand in more detail the technology. Because we talk now about appliance, for instance, not in the world of you have the infrastructure and then the application and then the integrator and so on, and the network, all that is over. This is why we have also HPC, high power computing. This is why we are also leading in edge computing. Okay, so just one word. Today, 80% of the data are in data center or cloud and 20% outside. By 2030, 80% will be in the IoT outside. Okay, so you need to understand what it means in terms of technology. This is why we have this unique and large portfolio.
Okay, let's go to the regional landscape. In terms of run rate business, I mean regular business, you have managed security, managed services contracts here, which are regularly giving you revenue.
Yeah, absolutely. Across many industry, by the way. So in telecommunication, in manufacturing, in banking, depending on the country.
So what are the other, if something keeps you excited every morning when you get up, what is the key aspects of business that make you excited about what is in the future?
What gets me excited is how our customer partnering with us, and customer being companies or governments, are able to bring more wealth, more capability to citizens or to their own customer. I give you an example because digital transformation is a brand new world. I tend to think, my personal view, very personal, my conviction, if I look ahead, there are three components that are going to change the world. There is a demography, with the world going from 7 billion to 10 billion people. There is a climate, and there is digital transformation. These are the three key components which are going to drive the world. And for instance, we are working with a country in Africa in agriculture. We are building a digital platform. Okay? And the objective is to get that country to go from importer to exporter of rice. And you're going to do that by giving visibility of the million of farmers who today are producing rice. And if you give visibility of these farmers to the world, there will be more demand and they will produce more. And the ambition we have with this country is to get this country to get to autonomy in rice and then exporter. That keeps me awake.
Right, but you're taking the lead in this. This is what makes you excited. Take the lead.
It's joint.
Take the initiative.
It's partnership. It's partnership.
The partnership has to be led by one partner.
Yeah, but at the end, when we deliver a system, an application, it is for the customer. Okay, so it is for the customer business, it's for the customer benefits. So we cannot be in the lead.